And I want to give you some tips, really simple eitzah, on what to do if your sukkah has a little bit of give. And that's, it's common, it happens that you have a little bit of give, the wind is blowing, especially in the art design, where you could be assembling it quicker and maybe didn't shim the bottom, which is something you could do. So I just gave you eitzah number one, actually, is if you wanted to come over here, as if you look on the bottom, is there's a little bit of gap over here, a little bit of give, not the biggest deal. I haven't seen it be a problem, assuming each of your panels is sitting firmly flush as much as you can on the ground. But you could take a shim, they sell them in Home Depot, a little piece of wood, and you shove that underneath. I generally would not bother with that unless there's a big, huge gap. What very often you're gonna have on the top, and that's really where you're gonna have the most play, is the top of your sukkah panel can have some give. And that's fine to have a little bit of give, especially if you have a bigger sukkah. Usually your schach will, when you put your beams on, that's going to make a difference. But I want to show you structurally, if you have an angle, a triangle, that's going to secure all the sides. So I have two sides that kind of float back and forth that could get pushed in. If I put a beam going diagonally across the top, when this pushes, it's going to pull this, and when this pulls, it's going to pull this. And what that does is it really firms things up and doesn't allow for that shifting. And I've had windstorms just by putting in these angle braces, is what I call them, and that really holds the whole sukkah together really firmly. In the bottom, with that, I don't even have to put anything else in. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. It's really pretty self-explanatory. One other thing that I do is, if you take a look over here, is I like to look towards something, if it's a house, to secure it to the house. So you can barely notice, I have a wooden pole right over here, and over here is some screw holes. Like I said, it gets closed up when you take that screw out. But I always like to drill a piece of a 2x4 from there and secure it to the back of my sukkah. And kind of that post is not going to move. Or if I use the wall of my house, it's not going to be moving. Figure out a way to secure it to the side of the house or something nearby, and that could definitely also help really secure things up, because those are made never to be moved. Take a look over here. Made never to be moved. Take a look over here. It's really simple. I leave these in. You can leave them in year after year. You could put in them new. But the basic idea is you're going to line this up and drill straight up. And you want it to bite in nice and tight. And now that I did that, what you'll notice is if I pull hard, that's just going to make itself sturdy. And when you do that all around, the winds can blow, but it's never going to be strong enough to make your sukkah go out of shape. That brace is going to keep your sukkah in shape. And during wind, there's a nice wind right now. As you can see, the leaves are blowing. My sukkah is staying strong. So you can have a small sukkah, you can have a big sukkah. I wish you a wonderful Yom Tov. I hope that it stays up the entire Yom Tov. I hope it's sturdy and you feel that it's strong. And let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything else. Subscribe over here. Do want to hear a few other videos. We're going to be talking about after Yom Tov, other things that may come up in a Jewish house or any household that I have prior knowledge of how to navigate and to take care of. Have a great day. Have a great Yom Tov.